Listen up, guys. I'm going to give you 9 things today that are going to help you to stop acting poor and stop being poor. So I want you to get a pad of paper right now and write down this list, because if you implement all of these 9 things, you are going to get out of feeling poor and you can become financially successful. Anyone can do this. I'm a multimillionaire. I'm self-made multimillionaire. I've made $1 million in 5 different ways through 5 different avenues. If I can do it 5 times, I promise you can do it once. I don't have any super special skills. I'm not a genius, but I have learned these principles that I am going to teach you today. So number 1, this is the first one you need to understand, is that hard work alone is never going to get you out of the poverty trap. So many people think that just by working hard, that they are going to become successful in life. It doesn't matter. The guy at the McDonald's, some of those guys work really hard. They work harder than I do. They're not going to get rich. They're not going to make money because they're not doing the right things. Instead, you need money generating systems like businesses and investments. Those things are going to make you money. That's how you're going to get rich. You have to have leverage in life. They take time to set up and acquire, but they're often going to pay you forever with minor upkeep, or you can even have them nearly fully automated. Even if you take this business with Bulldog mindset, sure, I have to do a little bit of work recording videos and handling a lot of emails and things like that. But for the most part, it's an auto drive, because I have all these YouTube videos out there. It brings people into the membership. It brings people in to do coaching with me. And I have to do some work to do the coaching. I have to do some work to do some of these things. But a lot of where the money's coming from is automated at this time. And I have a lot of investments as well. Number 2, you need to take decisive action with courage in your life. This means that no matter how good your attitude is or your organizational skills, if you don't take action, you will never get anywhere. So you got to be bold. That's why I said, write down a list. Did you do that? Did you take that action? If you didn't do that, stop, pause the video, write down the list. Seriously, take action today and you're going to make some changes, okay? No risk life is a no profit life. You're going to have to take risks in life. Take some risks. Smart risks, yes, but you have to actually take action. You can learn all this knowledge, but it's not going to matter. Failure is infinitely better than inaction. So you got to seize the day. You got to jump on opportunities. And I've failed in so many areas, but I keep on failing because I keep on taking action. And guess what happens? Your brain automatically makes you eventually win because it can't help but learn from things. It is built into your brain. You just have to trust that mechanism. Number 3, examine your feelings around money. Some people self-sabotage because of their subconscious beliefs around money. You might be doing that. I did this for some time. Sometimes it's because of your parents. Did your parents get divorced and because of financial stress? Deal with your feelings about that, or you're not going to be financially healthy. You got to really think about those things. Is there something else that is making you think in a poor way? Did you internalize some message about wealthy people? This is something that happens all the time. Wealthy people are evil or the enemy of poor people or something like that. That's not true. Those are lies. Wealth brings plenty of good in the world. Change your thinking or you're always going to stay that way. Because if you think that wealthy people, that rich people are bad, and then you want to become one of them, your brain is going to stop you from doing it. I promise you it will. And I thought the same thing for many years, and I never made money. I never made money when I thought that. You got to get clarity. You got to reprogram your beliefs so you can have a healthy attitude towards money. Money is just a multiplier. It is not an end product. It is a multiplier. So whatever you are, money will make you more of it. If you're a drug addict, it'll make you more of a junkie. If you're a good person, it'll make you more of a good person. If you're a bad person already and you have poor organizational skills and you don't treat people right, then you get money and you're going to become more of that. So money is not evil. Money is not bad. I know there's a lot of religious things and influences and stuff like that, but you got to strike that from you. All right. Number 4, this one's important. More pragmatic here. Track your income and expenses. You can't manage what you can't measure. Know where all your money goes. You need to know this. Know your credit score. Know all your debt. There's a site you could do, I think creditkarma.com, and you can see your credit score for free. It'll track it. Know the interest rates on all your debts. I can't believe how many people I get in coaching calls with and they don't know the interest rates on their debts. I'm like, how is this even possible? How could you not know how much you're paying? Because how do you even know what to pay off first? Budget the priority to pay down the highest interest debts first. Okay, we got to get free before we can really make money. Track your income sources precisely. Look for ways to increase revenue or add new revenue streams. So I want you to see where you're getting money from. Most of you, it's just from a single job, but now let's add some revenue streams. What did I say in the first step? Did you write it down? You need to start a business or start some investments. And I'm going to tell you how to do that in a little bit here, but track your expenses precisely. You need to know that you're living well below your expenses so you can pay down debt. You've got to build up an emergency fund and invest in your business and education. So That means that you need to know what you're spending and you need to cut that down if it can be cut down. And it always can be cut down. There's always ways to do that. And just schedule time each week to go through your financials, like your health metrics, right? Like your business. Even if you're not running a business, go through and look at every month, at least. You should be looking at your budget. You should be looking at what you spent so you're aware of this. When you're aware of things, that is when you're going to be able to change things. Now, the next one I'm going to say here is to have the humility to seek and learn what you need to know in order to take the next steps. Read books by and about successful people. I've got a whole book list in the Bulldog Mindset memberships. By the way, join the Bulldog Mindset membership. There's no shame in getting some help to do this. I put together the membership to give you videos showing you how to build a business from step by step, how to invest, how to make smart investments, how to buy real estate, how to do all these things. These are things that nobody taught me, but I'm giving it to you for a very cheap cost. You can check out the link down below if you want to join, but you should be part of something that is going to move you in those directions. Right? I said take action, take some kind of action today. Even if you don't join the membership, read books. There's plenty of books. I've got a whole book list in the membership about those things, but you got to do something to learn. Find someone else who is going to teach you these things and realize that you don't know it all. If you did, you would be making the money. I realize that all the time. I'm like, I always go and consult people. I always ask people, how can I improve things? How can I make more money? Because I know that I don't know all the answers. So you got to have the humility to seek and learn what you don't know. And like I said, I've got plenty of resources in the membership for you. I'd love to have you in it. But if you don't want to join it, that's totally cool as well. Just make sure that you're finding out the information from somewhere. I had to learn it by heart. I share everything with you. I don't hold anything back. And you can find all that stuff in there. Now, don't spend all your money. This is the next one. No matter how little money you have, put some of it into savings, even if it's just $10 a week. This is a great habit. Speaking of books, The Richest Man in Babylon is a really good book that talks about this. It has a good formula in there. It's a classic book that applies to anyone. As far as not spending your money, be resourceful. Use what you have. Don't buy things you don't need. Definitely never buy things on credit unless you're putting on a credit card to pay it off at the end of the month. This is really critical. It's simple stuff, but you've got to do this. Maybe sell a bunch of stuff that you have. At one point, I went and sold like all the stuff. I had video games, I had DVDs, I had all this kind of stuff. And I made like $5,000 in a couple of months just selling my stuff and then realizing that I didn't need this stuff and I didn't need to buy more stuff that I would have to sell. That can help out. The next one, this one is critical. Do not hang out with losers. I hope you're writing this stuff down. Your broke peers, they don't want you to become successful. Unless they are also ambitious, hanging out with them is going to hold you back. I know you've got friends from high school. I know it. I got some friends from high school. I don't hang out with those guys. They're cool. They're still my friends. I love them to death. But I'm not going to hang out with people that are losers. I'm just not going to do it because I'm not going to waste my time. Instead, I hang out with winners. I find successful, ambitious people, and I make them my social group because you make each other stronger, wiser, more successful. That's what you need to do. You need to do the same thing. That's how you get there. I have so many connections, so many good friends of mine now that are successful because I chose those people. I chose to stop hanging out with people that are not doing what I want to do in life. You don't have to ditch your old friends completely, but don't let them close enough to influence you. Make them the 12th, the 13th in your life instead of second or third. That's what it comes down to. Now, avoid the poor tax. This is the next one. Overdraft fees, penalties by maintaining a safety net rainy day fund. I call this being put into the squeeze situation. You never want to be put into a situation where because you don't have enough money, it costs you more money. That's what an overdraft fee is. If you're falling victim to this trap, then one step is immediately get your income to exceed your expense by any means necessary. You might need to eat beans and ramen or have a fewer hours to work on your business per week, but you need to solve the basics first. You're going to have to work a job while you build your first business or maybe even two. That's just how it is. It's temporary. So whatever you have to do, you have to have your income exceeding your expenses. There's no question about this because you will be in, I have friends that own a payday loan company, and it was amazing the stories I heard from them about doctors and lawyers who were borrowing paycheck to paycheck because they're living paycheck to paycheck. So it doesn't matter if you're making little money or a lot of money, this advice still applies. I want you to set up a dedicated savings account and stock it with 6-month living expenses before you start putting money into your business. Otherwise, it's going to be scared money. Now, when I say living expenses, what does this mean? It means the bare basics. This is a pretty big buffer. Maybe you could do 3 months if you want to. But the point is you need a buffer before you start investing and taking risks. So many people think, oh, I'm just going to invest in crypto and I'm going to make a bunch of money and this is my plan. That's not a plan. It could work. It could happen that way, but it's not a plan. And even if you make money, you're going to just lose the money because you're not knowledgeable about money. Now, the last one I'm going to tell you here, very important, is to go your own way. It means that you're getting a lot of bad advice and discouragement from well-meaning friends and family. That's just what's going to happen. Look at their lives. Is that what you want for yourself? If not, then you need to ignore them and find real mentors. Most of the people that are giving you financial advice, they don't know what they're doing. Even when they're on TV, they don't know what they're doing. They know how to get on TV. They're not rich from their investments. Financial advisors, most of the time, don't know what they're doing. They know how to put your money into a fund, a retirement fund, and then hopefully when you're like 60 or 70, then you have enough money to live. But that's not what we're going for. We're going for actually becoming wealthy in our lifetime, that we can enjoy that. That's what I did. Like I said, I made $1 million over 5 different ways. If you want to learn how, join the Bulldog Mindset membership, and I've got tons of content in there. I tell you exactly how I did it. I think I have content on every single way that I've made money. If not, I'm going to be adding it, but on how to write a book and publish a book and make money from that, how to do it from real estate, how to invest, buy real estate, how to build business, how to increase your pay with your job to make so much money that way. Just a ton of different things that you can do in order to make money and to make really good money. So get comfortable. Once you're on the path to success, you're going to meet other people on the journey, but you won't get there unless you walk alone first. So take the lonely path, all right? Spend time grinding and working on things while other people are having fun and your friends are out partying. That's what it's going to take to get there. But if you do it, the rewards will be great, because then someday the tables will turn and you'll be the one who has a nice business where you only have to work like 10, 15 hours a week if you want to, and you're making way more money than everyone else, and you can spend the rest of your time doing whatever you want to do, like I do. My life is good. I gotta admit to you guys, like it's good. Sometimes I bust my ass and work really hard, but I don't have to. I can just take time, I can do whatever I want. And that's the thing, all right? I've got a ton of other videos on this channel about financial advice, about being a man, about the mindset that you need. So make sure that you watch some of those videos. There'll be some links around here, but that's really gonna help you, all right? I want you to take action, take those steps. I hope you wrote this down, like I said, and let's get you out of this poor thinking, because that's what's keeping you poor.